Bob and Slim Show.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Tomer. Thanks.
Awesome. How you doing, Tomer?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I just noticed that it's Eastern time. And I'm in California, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's crazy.
Apologies for that, but all is good. Everything's great.
Now, what's your movie called? Nine Full Moons?
Yeah, it's called Nine Full Moons. And it's a roller coaster of a relationship movie, kind of with a punk rock edge, I guess.
Is it kind of like The Room?
No, not at all like The Room.
I'm gonna say right now, is it about pregnancy? Because I had made the assumption that it was about pregnancy because I figured 9 full moons each month. A girl's pregnant for 9 months.
Oh.
And then also each month has a full moon, so that's why I had made the assumption it was about pregnancy.
Well, yeah, it has some of that. Which movie are you talking about? The Room, like that.
He was asking about
that has long lines, like cult movie.
he was asking about your movie. I asked you if it was like The Room that was Tommy Wiseau that was actually considered like the worst movie ever made, but it was supposed to be like a roller coaster of relationships. Like that's all he really wrote.
I saw that movie recently with a commentary too. It's hilarious. It's very funny.
Right. It's amazing.
I think
love
we
that
watched
movie.
a few minutes.
He's serious about that movie too, man. He thought it was going to be like this amazing thing, and it just got big because of how horrible it was.
Well, apparently he made tons of money, so I wouldn't mind switch places. I think James Franco just bought the option or the rights to do a remake or something.
Yeah, well, the
Really?
guy, the co-star of that movie, Greg Sestero, had wrote a book about what it was like doing the movie with Tommy Wiseau, and James Franco, who was like obsessed with the movie and read Greg Sestero's book, said, "I'm turning this book into a movie." So,
James Franco is going to be starring as Tommy Wiseau.
Wow.
I'm running to see that for sure. No, but I mean, our film is a bit more on the serious side, I guess. But yes, it has, without revealing too much, it has to do with the cycle of birth for sure.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
We broke the code.
I did. I'm not a smart man, but I figured that one out.
Yeah. Of course, it's all over the web.
It said that the characters are damaged. Is that from like previous relationships or just their own demons?
I think anyone who watches it could relate. If you ever been in love or relationship, whatever. It's just the ups and downs. It's a kind of chronicle of a relationship. It's a guy meets a girl in a bar, and everything goes wrong from there.
Now you wrote and directed it, right?
Wrote, directed, edited, and actually produced as well.
Okay,
Wow.
Just like Tommy Wiseau with The Room.
Exactly.
but no, the reason I asked you that is because I was wondering, like, did you base it off of any of your experience with previous relationships? Like, did you meet a girl at a bar once and this is what it turned into?
Well, it's loosely based on how I met with my partner. She produced the film, Tomer Almagor. So it's loosely based on the time we met before we got married and all that.
So are there any tit scenes, or are we looking at a straight chick flick?
Come again? You're saying it's a chick? You're asking if it's a chick flick?
Or is there boobies?
He wants to know if there's boobies in it, or if you're looking at just like a regular like chick flick without any
not like
nudity or anything.
what is
No,
that? Lifetime.
you have a fair share of not too much, but a little bit of booby.
I will be checking out your video.
There's also a music component to it because the lead character. This is not really based on what I mean. I've had experiences driving around with a limousine, driving like hip hop guys, actually from the East Coast. But anyway, the lead character, he's kind of an aspiring musician, and he drives rock stars around, and he ends up getting plugged into making the new album for this guy, Charlie King Nash, played by Donald Logg, Donald from the show Gotham at the moment, and a bunch of million other things. And anyway, so Donald plays this guy, Charlie King Nash, who's a rock and roll guy on a comeback binge, and he's making a new record, and he's flying to LA, and he ends up making the record with the main guy in the movie, Lev, as his like sound technician, but they butt heads in the studio. So there's a music element to it. Anybody who's into music, there's a lot of music in the movie. Also live.
Yeah, I
live
saw
music.
that.
Did you compose the music too, since you like edited it and did everything else?
Yeah, I didn't do everything. I'm exaggerating, actually. No. We had a composer, and we had quite a few musicians, like local musicians, contributing tracks. One of the guys who plays Lev and Frankie are the lead characters. Frankie is the chick, or the girl, and Lev is the guy. So one of the guys who plays his best friend in the movie composed quite a bit of the soundtrack, the electronic stuff.
Yeah, I had heard that actually Seth MacFarlane, when he does his any of his shows, like he does Family Guy, that it's a lot. All the music is played live right there. Like he does the music live, but he composes it before he does the show. Like he has his songs in, like his Shaboopy in there, and he does them all live, and then he makes the show or whatever. So he has like a live band doing it. So.
But he does everything, right? He's kind of
he's
jack of all trades.
He's running the show.
Genius.
I didn't even know he did like most of the voices on the show. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. What I love about Seth MacFarlane is he's the type of guy who just does this shit for himself. Like he loves doing it. He just has a good time doing it. He doesn't give a shit what other people think about it.
Yeah, that's
really,
what he doesn't
like,
care.
awesome.
Like
he also just has the money to do that.
Well, but he started somewhere and he started nowhere. So I mean, he was at one time that kid in the room, right?
Yeah,
can you better stuff than Tommy?
Tomer, hold on for a second. We got a caller. Caller, you're on the air. Who is this?
Frankie.
Oh my God, Frankie! Why are you calling us again? What do you want?
Come on, Frankie.
I heard you guys talking about me in a movie.
Oh, I think you said something about somebody named Frankie in your movie. So our one of our regular listeners, who we think he might be a little, there might be something just not right in there. But I guess he thinks he's in the movie.
It was going to be in Hollywood until I got put in jail and raped. Frankie.
Is that Frankie from the Bronx?
Yeah, from Bayonne.
Yeah.
I had a rough life. I could be in any movie you put me in.
Right.
Frankie, why do you keep calling us, man?
Frankie,
I have a friend.
Go on, man.
I'll be out there. I'll hunt you guys. Make movies.
Don't worry. Would you put our buddy Frankie Tubesticks in a movie?
Sure, man. If I ever get to the East Coast and we make a Thug Life, or what? How would you describe yourself, Frankie?
I like meth and heroin.
he's a
okay.
junkie.
Well, there you go. So we'll do a crackman kind of,
Awesome, man.
Down and out in the hood.
Party bottom.
What?
They call me a sloppy party bottom, and I go out.
Yeah, maybe we'll put together like an animal screenplay. I used to have this cat from the Bronx. His name was Vincent, and he had 1 year. He's dead now, but maybe we should cast you with
let's dig him up.
Frankie wants to dig up your cat.
Well, I had to because he was a snitch.
Oh,
Your cat was a
I got
snitch.
fucked up for that too once. Love you guys.
Frankie had a rough time in jail.
All right, Frankie, we're gonna let you go, man. We always appreciate your
right.
calls.
I'm gonna go check
But
off.
the Frankie in the movie is played by Amy Simons. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but
No, but she's pretty hot if you can give me her number.
what's that?
He said he wants
you
her
go.
number.
That's one way to approach it.
What was I gonna ask?
Now Logue.
I was gonna ask something. Sorry, we got like sidetracked there.
Frankie's on every drug
what
man.
He is a mess.
Was it tough putting this project together? Like, was it like expensive or?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Wait a second, is Frankie still there?
No. Frankie hung up.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people
Was it hard?
say.
Was it expensive? I think it's always hard, right? It took a couple of years of my life, that's for sure. It's not too expensive, It's not a big budget Hollywood movie. It's an independent film. But then nevertheless, it's always hard to raise funds for anything. I'm sure you guys know. So yeah, you know, I think the hardest part was that you know, we had a few incidents
Oh, really?
during the shoot. You know, some of the actors were influenced by the main storyline, and we're going back and forth, coming back and forth, going on, you know, to rehab and coming back.
Oh,
and,
they were doing drugs. Some of your actors were doing drugs. That's what you're saying?
yeah, because
Oh,
it was so dramatic and hard to handle.
Oh, wow.
They
A
were,
lot of
doing,
hardcore, I
they were
bet.
doing it up Frankie style.
Yeah.
What, where did you
And there
meet?
you go. Yeah.
Where did you meet all your actors? Were they like just all friends of yours?
Where'd
or-
you meet Amy?
At the clinic.
No, you know, most of it was a normal casting process. We have a, you know, casting director and all and whatnot. The lead guy, Brett Roberts, I actually met in the film festival, and we ended up, you know, talking, and we thought we'd do something together. So a bunch of, you know, a few months down the road, I had an open window, and I just gave him a call, and this ended up being Nine Full Moons. But so he brought some people to the project that he knew, other actors. But and he actually, I think Amy came through him, but then it was, you know, me meeting her and knowing all the normal stuff. But you know, people like Donald Logg and Pamela Adlon, you know, we mentioned Seth MacFarlane. Yeah. You know, and Dale Dickey and all these people, Harry Dean Stanton, they all came from casting and stuff.
Yeah, man. Have you done any other movies, or was this your first project?
I made a lot of short films. This is my first feature film. I'm actually shooting another film right now, but a documentary feature. It's about lion hunters.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of, you know, other projects in the pipeline. So it's all kind of coming together slowly.
The Lion Hunter. You did a documentary on lion hunters. That
There's actually
sounds
people
really
who are
interesting.
stupid enough to
Dude,
go.
I was gonna make a video about cat kicking, but just
Lion.
kicking
About
cats.
what? I missed that.
I was just gonna go out and kick a lot of cats and take it on video. And I was gonna try to sell it to Hollywood.
Oh, right.
No, I was
Yeah,
wondering.
people kill lions, man. It's very
There's
crazy,
sad.
man.
people stupid enough to go out and put a gun on a lion's
There
face.
was actually
That like grizzly bear guy that gets like eaten.
Yeah.
He's filmed himself like, you know, he's talking to these grizzly bears. He's like, he's going up, he's
Oh,
touching these.
you're talking about the Werner Herzog movie, The Grizzly Man.
Yeah, the grizzly man.
Yeah.
What I
but
never understood.
This guy was actually he was talking to the bears for sure, but he was like, you know, kind of an animal rights activist or whatever.
That's just like those,
Pretty absurd, right? That he was
Yeah.
Yeah.
ended up getting eaten by the birds.
that's like those guys who go out and film like animals and shit, and then they're like, "Oh, this is a lion," and then they're like, "Oh, let's piss it the fuck off."
I actually saw. There was a story a couple of months ago where this girl killed like a lion, or she was killing all other like different animals in Africa, and had posted pictures of it on Facebook, and people were outraged because of it.
Yeah, fuck you. You're killing
Yeah,
someone, motherfucker.
You talking about Melissa Beckman or Kendall?
Kendall. Kendall was the one.
Kindle, yeah, aware of that. Look, it's a very complex subject. I gotta be serious here for a second, you know, because I mean the immediate response is, oh, why would you go to Africa and kill this beautiful animal and, you know, pay money and stuff it?
Why wouldn't you?
But it's more complex than that, you know. I mean, the bottom line is there's overpopulation on the planet, you know, and animals are actually losing their natural habitat. I'm trying to make it short, okay? Without lecturing too much.
My thing is,
You know, so
are you
there's
saying?
many sides to the equation, you know, and part of it
Yeah.
is that some of these hunters are actually bringing money to poor areas in Africa. So it's more complex than what it looks like
So
on the surface and in social media.
Are you pro
But,
killing lions?
You know, what's that?
I would kill a dog.
Are you pro? Are you pro killing lions, or are you against it?
I am the filmmaker. You know what I mean?
Not gonna answer.
No, I
I'm
put
just
my-
saying,
I
because
put myself-
at first
yeah.
it sounded like you were like you were with it, and then a second.
I'm down for it.
I'm not. I think lions are pretty one of the coolest animals on the earth.
I pretty much like.
I mean, there's
being
some
that
animals that deserve to die, like a fucking shark, I mean, that thing comes at you.
Or a hobo.
Being that I'm
Yeah,
like
like
an
a hobo.
I
amateur.
fucking hate the homeless.
I'm kind of an
No.
amateur hunter myself, but I don't hunt. I don't hunt
He's a
anything I can't.
fisherman.
I don't hunt anything I can't eat.
What am I
so,
looking for?
Like, and
Yeah,
lions,
that's a big argument among some hunters. You know, I mean, I've met with quite a few hunters so far. You know, and some are like that exactly. It's all about.
I'm like, I will beat the
subsistence,
fuck out of a
hunting,
dog. I
not
will
about
beat the
trophy
fucking
hunting.
shit out of a dog.
What are you doing? Well, yeah, like I
What
said,
are you
deer,
doing?
turkey, moose, elk. That's about it.
I think the coolest thing to hunt would probably be like a fucking tiger or something like that. I wouldn't hunt a
I
lion,
would just
though.
hunt like somebody's fish
Right,
tank, and I would just grab them out.
They
and
do that in
squeeze
Siberia
them.
from helicopter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's extremely illegal.
or like the dangerous game kind of thing. Just throw a guy in a jungle so you got 30 minutes and get, dangerous game kind of shit.
I
You ever
totally
see that
hunt
movie?
a dinosaur though.
We had that one guy on
The
Nick.
fucking
What did he hunt?
dinosaur.
Gerbils and shit.
You on the gerbil.
had a-
Yeah.
Where would you do that? Night in the museum?
Yeah.
Pete's gonna build a time machine. He's gonna go
Jurassic
back in
Park.
time and hunt the
And get
dinosaurs.
Robin
Right.
Williams
Well, you
back.
should take my son with you. He'd love that.
You have kids?
Yeah.
What do you got? Just one son?
I got two, man.
I got 3.
How old are your kids, man?
There you go. I got a 15-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Wow.
Do they think it's awesome that their father's like a film director, or do they like not even really acknowledge it?
Well, the younger Shane is in my movies, so
Oh, okay.
cool.
I'm sure he's acknowledged. I'm actually writing a screenplay about him.
That's awesome.
Giving him a role in it now. So, but yeah, no, they're totally aware of it, but it's not something I'm not famous or anything, man. I'm
Yeah.
just making
Neither are we.
small movies.
Yeah. That's how it starts.
Did you teach your son like how to act, or do you kind of just like write him a script and just say, "Hey, read this"?
He's 7 years old. Everything is intuitive.
Yeah.
Everything is fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not much coaching that needs to go into it. But yeah. But that's that's kind of my approach in general. I'm the master of the frame, so to speak. I keep people. I tell them to go back in, but that's pretty much it. I let them do their thing. Once they're in a project that I'm involved with, then I trust them.
Cool, man.
Is this paying the bills, or do you have a side job or something else?
I edit, and I was fortunate enough to write a couple of screenplays for pay and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So
Have you?
I'm not. Yeah, maybe the guys that do 300.
Right, but it's still like something you can commit yourself to and make a decent living. Like you'll make the same if you were to work like a normal job.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, you have to make it. You can't see it as a sidekick or like a hobby. I mean, you can if you want to. I don't.
Have you always been like into writing, or was it something that you found later in life?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I wrote, without with the risk of sounding like very tender and poetic. I wrote poetry and short stories when I was young. I'm from Israel originally, so I started that in Hebrew and whatnot. And when I moved out here, it's a very visual place,
Yeah.
and everything kind of clicked together. So I moved to screenplays and film.
We actually got to let you go, man. It was great talking to you. We had a lot of fun. You seem like a fun dude. So why don't you tell the people where they can find you, and then we'll let you go and promote whatever you got to
And
promote.
when the movie comes out too.
Yeah, let me plug it in. So it comes out this Friday, November 7th, and it's going to play theatrically in L.A., place called Arena Cinema. It's going to play for a week. And you can find us facebook.com/9fullmoons or at Twitter at 9fullmoons. And then it's coming out on VOD November 18th. So then it's going to be available for everyone pretty much because it's like Google Play, it's worldwide, and iTunes and whatnot, and then cable. I don't have exact dates
Yeah.
And today we just sold to Turkey. So if you're in Turkey, yeah.
Did you sell it to Did you sell it to like Netflix or Hulu?
This is kind of complex and going into the technicalities of it all. Basically, when you sell to Netflix, you can't make a lot of money because it's a subscription-based service.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you keep it for last.
okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, man. Once again, it was great talking to you. You take care.
Same to you guys. All right.
Bye.
See ya.
That was very good.
Yeah, I liked him. He was fun. He was like
was
kind of
awesome.
just like enjoying just the goofing around with us and stuff.
Yeah.
He was engaging with Frankie. And
Who wouldn't? Frankie's fucking endearing.
Frankie's a great guy. He's
Yeah.
got his head in the wrong place.
He really gave a real interview
Gonna
to
lay off
Nick.
the smack.
Yeah, he's really got to get his shit together.
Frankie,
And-
Frankie, if you're out
he
there,
said he would put Frankie in a movie. He could do
yeah,
with us,
so
that's
if
cool.
you're out there,
he's going
Frankie,
places.
You're going places.
Yeah,
We
bro.
got you hooked up.
Keep calling. You're doing exactly the right things in life. You're exactly where you need to be, Frankie Tube Steaks. We love you, bro.
Keep calling.
So I guess we take a break here, kind of figure out if we're gonna keep going or if we're gonna wrap it up for the night. I mean, we've done,
know.
it's
We've
been
done enough.
We did do a lot, and it's
Get off
kind of
our
like
dicks.
I feel a little.
I did want to throw a little story in there about the surfer.
All right, well, let's
Oh
do
yeah,
this.
we will come back then.
God, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
definitely
we'll
wanna
come back.
throw
So
that in
we'll,
there.
I forgot that. Yeah.
we'll take a break and maybe we'll do another like 30 minutes for you guys.
Yeah.
So we
So
will
thank
be
us.
back.
By sucking our dicks.